boom, 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 boom. Yeah! Right, I'm scared, man. He's a big scary man with muscles and he's got fists coming out, that's scary. And then I'm oi, oi, oi. You okay?
Yeah.
Oi. Second he moves to do boom, right, I'm waiting for a reason. Boom, grab, and just elbow, and then if he makes distance, right hand. On this channel in the past, I've done a lot of kind of making fun of really bad self-defense moves. I'm gonna keep doing that, but I also want to try to introduce some level of practicality. Today, we're gonna be having a look at, I think it's 9 Aikido self-defense moves. They're not necessarily the best. What can we take out of them? Take the good and leave the bad. Let's do it. Here's the first technique. Sam's coming at me, he's coming at me, give me a jab cross, I'm quah, and then I slam and Sam falls over, right? I've killed my best friend. Hello, ambulance. I need an ambulance straight away, he's dead. Probably not the most realistic outcome, right? It looks great. I don't know if there's some secret building of chi that this individual has done to get that much power. We're gonna look at how we can expect that to play out in reality. First thing, it's very rare that in like a self-defense situation that you're gonna get a good bump, bump. For the vast majority of cases, if you're dealing with just on the street violence, what you're more likely to get is wide looping punches. So what that means is we aren't necessarily likely going to have to worry about this pinpoint accuracy, boom, boom, moving. That's more of a sports fighting scenario. And even people that are good at sports fighting, when you watch them get emotionally invested, like if you watch a lot of fights at press conferences, they're not bump, bump, they start swinging as well. That tends to be what happens when our emotions get in place. This crashing in is really good. Where I'm crashing in with my elbows is good. It's not gonna put him down. It's not gonna drop him. Oh, nice. Nice. What it will do is it will stop his momentum. He decides to throw a big right hand, boom. That's probably the kind of thing I'm gonna be looking at getting here. So I am covering my head, I am connecting with my elbow, but I'm not expecting that to do damage, right? Or to put him down completely. So after I connect, I'm aiming to connect and get that forearm either into the throat or into the face. And from here, I've got a couple of options. The theme of option number 1 is striking. So that would be, I connect, I push off, boom, 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 boom. Or, he throws it again, I connect, I push, and I literally just hold, called indexing, when you're holding with my right hand, boom, boom, or boom, grab, and just elbow, and then if he makes distance, right hand. Grappling, I've got a few more options.
I'll ruin it if I know.
Sam, I have to, we're gonna start again.
You gotta redo the whole.
That's it, jeez. Grappling, we've got the same thing. He comes in with that looping hand, boom, big overhook, and my forearm is against the throat here, from here, knees, elbows from there, or comes in, boom, transition, hands on the top of the head, knees, 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 boom. Maybe I go for that tight arm, I push, and then I pull. There's things you can do from there. There's plenty of things that work. Now, in theory, if they did come in with those straight punches instead of looping punches, if you don't do boxing regularly or kickboxing and you're not good at parrying, I don't really want you to try to do it. You're gonna have to roll with your natural flinch response. So what that's gonna be is, if Sam goes to punch me and I don't know anything, right, I'm scared, man. He's a big scary man with muscles and he's got fists coming at me, that's scary. So we're still gonna use that natural flinch response, cover, and then when I get an opportunity, I'm just coming in. It's not gonna be perfect, but if you don't have like good parries, then straight punches are hard to deal with. That's the best bet. Next one. Listen, your old mate, buddy, attacker here isn't gonna, he's not made of air, he's not made of a balloon. This is what it needs to be like in order for a technique like this to work. That's not life. People resist once they realize you're trying to do something. They will stiffen up and they will resist. The good thing we can pull out of there though is this. Basic grappling, he did an arm drag, right? So Sam's here, he's pushing me. And what I can do is at some point, circle the wrist, grab the back of up near the armpit, pull, and I step through. Circle, pick, step, and then I'm behind. You can do anything from back here, right? Boom, boom. And then you're back here. For me, what I really like doing, if I can get it in a more of a combative sense, is if I can get that arm drag, boom, step, and then I just like, kind of fucking just, and then and I'm fucking biting on my arm, and then I just well, or body. That works. The arm drag is good. All right, so in theory, this is what it should look like. Boom, boom. Oh, that's kind of a nice landing, actually. All right, now look, that's not really gonna work simply because people aren't flowy ragdolls, but there is one kind of okay thing in this, and that is sometimes in the struggle, you find yourself in a position where maybe he's thrown a shot. We're assuming somehow I've entered into a grapple. I'm already here. For this, I'd have to have a collar tie on the outside, and occasionally they're pushing towards you and they're kind of stumbling a little bit. If I have an underhook on the other side like this, so I've got a collar tie and an underhook here, what you can do is you can snap down on that head as he pushes, and then at the same time, I shoot that underhook up and feed his head through that gap. That can work sometimes. It's not a really super high percentage. It's not something I'd try to go for, but that's the only thing we can take from that. As the partner, I'm doing all the work on this one. He actually doesn't have to do anything at all. I just have to be willing to pretend like I'm a 12-year-old at Flip Out Trampoline Stadium, trying to do as many flips as I can. 1, 2, 1, 2, ha! If you think that's real, go live somewhere else. Go into the real world. Right now, you live in a little fantasy world where everything's made of lollipops and Willy Wonka is just living next door and he's just waiting to give you a candy. And you're getting in his van. There's nothing to say about that. That's very silly. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Sam, what do you think? Is it like, does it work or is it bullshit?
I think that one seems legit.
You think it will work?
Yeah, it seems legit.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Sam. I really think that's a fair point. Still think it would work, Sam? You think it would work? You better say.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Get up. Moving on to the next one. I'm not going to do like a super in-depth, deep analysis of it simply because there's so many moving parts. I think it largely relies on really fine motor skills where maybe Sam goes to grab me and in the heat of the moment, I get his wrist at the perfect angle and I turn it into a lock, which drops him to his knees. And then I get it under, there's a bit too much going on. I don't really like those kind of wrist grab escapes because they're a bit too technical for my liking, especially ones that result in I do something and he drops to his knees, like in pain. In my experience, if someone's doing a wrist grab, at least to a man-to-man, specifically self-defense situation, it's kind of like, I'm controlling you, fuck you, and the second he moves to do, boom, I'm waiting for a reason. The second there's any movement to do a wrist lock or a wrist grab escape, boom, I'm waiting for a reason to do that, right? So that's why I don't really like it. But the one thing I do want to look at and pull out that's good from this is he did some sort of thing where if you're on your knees for some reason, he did like an underhook and then he grabbed the jawline somewhere and he like used the jaw as leverage. And we all know, if you follow and subscribe to Reality Check Self-Defense, which I'm sure you do, I love using the jaw and nose as leverage. So at any point, if I can get to a position where I've gotten here somehow and I can wrap hold of that jaw and keep my elbow in nice and tight, and I can rotate this face on an axis, usually by the jaw. I'll also kind of get the nose. I like to really crush the nose. If I want to get super, super, super mean, I'll like kind of go into the eyes as well. But I'm really trying to get a rotational axis thing going where I rotate that on its axis and I just pull. And from here, you can just, you okay?
Yeah.
Anytime you can get to that position, right? So that would generally come off of that kind of crash entry. So we're here, hey, I hate your shoes, man. I don't even want them, I just hate them. And you're like, that's a bit much for me, I can't take that. And he throws a big right hand. I might crash in, maybe we're kneeing, we're elbowing, whatever happens. And then we get to a position here and I'm like, oh, this is what I've lived for, this is what I've waited for, All right, I'm gonna come around, grab that leverage, turn, and then boom. I love that. So they did that really well. That's what I would take from that. Everything else, I would throw it in the trash. Pretend this is every bad dream you've ever had. Any mean word anyone's ever said to you in your life, just throw it. Throw it as far away as you can. Just, yeah. That's what I want you to do to that piece of the rest of that technique. All right, guys, look, if you want practical self-defense advice and like a little smidgen of comedy here and there, then you know what to do. What do they do, Sam?
Subscribe to Reality Check Self-Defense. Like this video, comment on this video. Follow Reality Check Self-Defense, YouTube, Instagram.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you around. I'll see you later. I'll catch you next Wednesday. So speaking of next Wednesday, you got any plans?
No.
Yeah, right. They're still watching us. What? You guys can go. See you guys. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you later, guys. We'll catch you next week. Yeah, you can get out of here. You can go. Yeah, you can just keep running.